Sebastian is the Director of Public Affairs for Texel Energy Storage. And this energy storage is a thermal energy storage. And I have to say that I'm not an expert in thermal energy storage, so what is it?
All right. Thank you very much. Let me first thank you, the European Commission and the ISGF, for inviting us. We are a little bit different than the projects that have been presented here because we are not a project, we are a startup. We started in 2018, and I would like to take you through a little bit what we have been doing and what we want to do. And try to explain what thermal chemical energy storage is. I'm not a technician, so we will see what goes. Our company comes from the solar energy market. We used to run a company called United Sun Systems, focusing on concentrated solar plants. And we made quite a large investment in the United States. And what we are doing, or were doing, was to combine the concentrated solar plants with the Stirling engine, and heat exchange engine to produce electricity. We had this big plant in Arizona, and the main issue that we were facing is what can we do with the storage? We need to find a storage solution. So we started to work with an American laboratorium, the National Savannah River Laboratories, to try to find a solution to this problem. After 6 years of research and negotiations, we managed now in 2018 to sign an agreement with the laboratory and the Department of Energy in the United States for worldwide license of this technology that we have been developing together. And it's a thermal chemical battery, which I will come into a bit later. One have to say that there was a lot of focus under Obama's presidency on renewables in the States. That has changed a bit, which also opened up the possibility for a Swedish startup to actually go into this kind of situation that we are in today. We were also appointed in 2018 from the Stanford University, the best solution beyond lithium. And I think this is something which is very important, like we heard this morning as well. Lithium is a big part of the solution that we have today, but it's not the only solution, and it will not cover all the areas. So we need to look for different solutions coming up, and we think that we have one of them at least. The problem that we have discussed it intensively, of course, with the peak, so I will not go so much into that. What we have received now in 2019 is a techno-economical analysis done by the Department of Energy in the United States, which proves our concept, which shows that our costs are extremely low, that we have no cyclic degradation in the system, that we could even have storage up to 100 years. It's 100% recyclable, the system. It's scalable. There's no rare earth metals in it. We don't consume anything in the battery. And we can, with this solution, guarantee 100% energy production if you use solar or wind. So how does this work? These are the main components or subsystems that we have in place. So we have the thermochemical battery, which is a metal hydride technology that stores the energy as heat. We convert that heat then with the Stirling engine to electricity again. And of course, there are generators, heat transfer system, and gas hybrid. So in principle, what we will do, we will fill the battery either with heat directly, or we convert electricity with the heat transfer into heat. And there is a hot and a cold side in the battery. And when we charge the battery, it forces hydrogen into the cold side. And when we release the pressure, the hydrogen goes back, it becomes hot again, and we can drive the Stirling engine. So that's the basic principle of it. So indeed, we do not need any extra power if we would use this kind of system. And we are looking, for instance, for islands where you use diesel generators at night, where we could actually adopt our technology and get rid of that last mile. So we have heard a lot about how big the market is, also the problems there, and our initial target markets is island storage, microgrids, peaker plants, or grid energy storage systems. So Our technology is compatible if we manage to get it out on the market, as we believe we will. And you can see here that we are, for some applications in our calculations, 90% cheaper than lithium batteries. We are somewhere between year 1 and year 2. Parts of year 1 we have managed, parts of year 2 we have managed. So we are in an expanding phase. We are in a company that is growing. And we are a European company, but we have a worldwide ambition. We have, of course, a lot of contacts in the United States because of the technology or parts of it being developed in the United States. We have got a public grant from Australia, so we have a research team in Perth working on the battery. And hopefully we will also be working in India soon. We have our first pilot project, which we are starting now, and it's on Necker Island, the island owned by Richard Branson. So he has the vision of being the first Caribbean island of being 100% recyclable, renewable. And with our solution, we will help him to achieve this. So we are setting up our first real pilot installations on Necker Island right now. So our next steps is to finalize the development. We will also look for different applications. We try to make it smaller. We try to make the scalability really working. We are preparing to produce, so an industrial and commercial phase. And we are looking also for additional funding in order to set that up and industrialize our project. And hopefully also enter the Indian market, maybe even with the help of the Indian government and the European Commission in the next call that is coming. We would love to be a part and show our system in a demonstration project here in India. Thank you very much.
If you're looking for support from India or from the EU, this is the place to be. Thank you very much. Very interesting, this new technology.